Thank you very much, and thank you all, the leaders of the counties of the state, for inviting me. I'm here because I think I came back to this job because I think we have a mission, and one that you have all been involved in for quite a long time, those of you who have been involved in government on a day-to-day basis. And that is the transportation infrastructure of this state. I believe that the time is now to move to find a funding source to replenish our transportation trust fund. It is not a sexy subject. It is not an easy thing to do. But if not now, when? I think, I have been involved in government and in this issue for a long time, and I've kicked the can down the field. I've been part of that. So I think I know what I'm talking about when I say that sometimes we know there's a problem, and we don't address it. And we kicked it down the field. And now we've hit the end of the road. We have borrowed ourselves to death. We can't borrow anymore. All the money we have coming in is paying debt. All those projects you see in the back need to get done. They can't be done unless we have additional funds. And I think that it's important for leaders of both parties to say, now is the time. Let's bite the bullet and let's raise the revenue that's needed to fund these projects. If we care about mass transit, if we care about potholes, filling potholes, if we care about snow removal, if we care about bridges repair, we must move now. We've got 2 bridges in the state in the last 3 weeks that overnight closed down. One of them's on your agenda today to add to your list of projects that we should move forward, because overnight we literally closed down the Prospect Avenue Bridge in Dover. Why? Because we couldn't safely move a car or a truck across it. The same thing is true in Summit. That has been that way for quite a while. And there are 500 behind that, waiting to be fixed. And at any moment, my staff could come and say, we need to shut this bridge down. What are we waiting for? Are we waiting for a crisis? We are in a crisis. And I believe that, the governor has courageously said he wants to move, that anything falls on the table, and we will come up with a plan, and a bipartisan plan. But let's do it now, because you're going to hear in the next couple weeks, oh, let's wait. Let's wait for lame duck. Let's wait for next year. Let's do it another time. We've heard that for 25 years. And as I said, I will take responsibility for some. At my last go-around, I kicked the can down the field. So I am not pointing fingers. I've done it myself. Now is the time. Gas prices are low. The money has run out. The projects are accumulating. And those of us in the business that we are in need to stand up and be a leader and say, no one likes to raise revenue, but in order for us to have a society and an economy that can compete like schools, we've done with our schools, we need to do with our transportation. We have tunnels that are going to be shut down that are going over to New York City. We've got, an hour and a half wait to get through a tunnel. We've got potholes up and down the state. We've got bridges falling apart. And we've come to accept it. We've accepted mediocrity. I think it's time to stop that. And I think it's time for us to do what our parents and our grandparents did. When you think about the last time that really this country invested in transportation, think about this, was Dwight D. Eisenhower. He created an interstate system. That was the last time we did something that was really bold and innovative and cost money. And they thought he was nuts. at the time. When they built the George Washington Bridge, the New York Times called it a waste of money. It transformed the economy of northern New Jersey. Excuse me. When the turnpike was built 62 years ago, they thought it was a boondoggle in the papers. It single-handedly transformed the economy of this state. Not since that day have we had the growth in our economy as when those 4 lanes were put in the turnpike 62 years ago. Transportation is important. If we can't move people and get them into Manhattan, our brains run Manhattan. Mike Bloomberg knows that. He knew that. He knew that if we can't get the New Jersey intelligentsia, so to speak, or the worker bees into New York City, their economy would fail. We need to continue to do that. Our tax base and keeping people here and not moving to Atlanta and other places is dependent on us investing. And so I'm asking you to help me. I need you to pick up the phone. I need you to call legislators and to say, now is the time to act. We can't wait for 2 months, 5 months, 6 months, or 8 months, or a year. It will not happen unless we move now. And there is a bipartisan resolution to this. I've been on the phone and have traveled across this state. I can tell you whether you're a Democrat or Republican, everyone knows there's a crisis. Let's put a bill up, let's pass it. And I'll say to you, please help me. I need you now, and I'll take any questions you have. Thank you very much.